Hey, what's up? Man, this is the first time going live, so you're going to have to, you know, take it easy on me, but I'm excited to do this. So this is Dr. O from Innovative Dental, and this is Innovative Dental Live. And just kind of the idea is to periodically, maybe once a month, at least starting off, is to just share kind of passion for dentistry, answer questions, and just have a little bit of fun. So that's what we're going to do today. We'll take as long as it takes, but I know I've got some things to talk about, but then obviously it looks like we've got people already submitting some questions. So I'm just going to dive right into maybe some of your questions, so you don't have to wait too long on that. And if we run out of your questions, I'll get onto some other things that I've got written up. So I got one here from Ruben T. Let's see here. You said, "Hey, Dr. O, love your channel. Very informative. Just wanted to know what got you into dentistry in the first place and most memorable moment of your journey so far." That's going to be a tough one, but I'll try to keep it short. But what got me into dentistry is love for technology and people, and those kind of merged really well in dentistry. So I got into, looking into what I was going to do. By the way, if you've watched the video, I was an accounting major. So for 3 years, almost 4 years, I was going to be an accountant and just wasn't excited about it and just didn't feel like peace about it. I know some people that are looking for, what are you going to do in life? You just kind of had not a peace about it yet. So keep searching, but that's where I was. And so I went on a vacation with my parents, prayed about it the whole time. It was back before we had any cell phones. So you were in a car and you had to just stare out your window. And so I had the whole time to think and pray. So during that whole trip, I found myself kind of really feeling called to look into dentistry. So I did. Found out that it was something that really aligned with what I'm passionate about. And I love talking to people, making relationships, love technology. So that's really started the ball rolling. And then I could spend forever on that. But that's what got me into it. Really feeling God's call in my life and that it was my purpose. So just being honest with you. So, but yeah, good question. I like that. Thanks a lot, Ruben. All right, so let's see what other good questions we might have here. Did I get that off the broadcast there? Remove. Like I said, you're gonna have to bear with me. This is a cool software, but it's so new to me. So, all right. Hello from Virginia. Awesome. Future of dentistry. Dentistry's got a bright future. There's a lot of things that we could do in health to help people. Dentistry, our team's heard me talk about this a lot. It checks so many boxes. So it doesn't just improve someone's, total health, body health, and the body itself is going to be really improved by maintaining good oral hygiene and having a healthy mouth. But think about all the other things, right? It's relational health, it's confidence. So you kind of get to impact people in all these different ways with dentistry that you just can't do with just one. Maybe other areas of industry. I'm trying to think of others, but I think dentistry's got a unique position to do that. So pretty cool. Love being a dentist. What is it like to be a dentist? It's fantastic. I get to meet new people and find ways and creative ways to help them every day. So I think no matter what you do, that should be like a really important thing of what you're doing, is how to find creative, unique ways or new ways, innovative ways to make a difference in people's lives. And so Innovative Dental and Dentistry gets to do that all day, every day. So cool. Good question. Am I the owner of Innovative Dental? I am the owner, but man, we've got 32 little owners around here that really treat this place as their own. And so it's a fantastic environment to be in, because you're not just looking at somebody who writes the checks. You're looking at people that have an ownership mindset all across our team. And it's super inspiring to see the way that they treat people. So I think a good culture for any dental office or any business should be that everybody feels like they have ownership and can take ownership. And so, yes, I guess I'm the one that is stuck holding the bill if we fail. But yes, we've got a lot of great owners here. Let's see. Sorry if I missed some of your questions. You guys are rifling them in. Do I recommend GPR AEGD? Well, I guess I'll just give you my honest opinion. I don't. Like I said, you asked, I'm going to give it to you. I think there's a lot of opportunity for CE outside of dental school, and you can pursue a lot of your passions Typically, if you're looking in the right sources, there's a number of them out there, so I won't really try to endorse anybody right now, but there's so many opportunities for people to gain a ton of knowledge. And if you really want to learn something, you know how fast you can learn it. So that's the thing. Once you graduate, you can pursue all your passions in dentistry, whether that's implants, orthodontics, you name it. So I think there's good things from AEGD. Maybe if you feel like you didn't, I also say that from my perspective, right? I went to Kansas City, UMKC, and I got a lot of hands-on experience. And so I felt like when I graduated, I was, felt pretty confident about how to do some basic dentistry. Whereas if I didn't maybe get as much hands-on, I'd like to have more time, and an AEGD might have given me some of that. So let's see here. All right. Hey, Dr. O, I'm currently, this is a lot of dental students. I'm glad to help you guys out. So cool. I hope to own a similar practice to you. What can I do in dental school to keep me on that path? What to do to keep you on the path to kind of being where I am, or where our practice is, I guess is what you're asking. Honestly, I mean, keep doing the right thing. I know that sounds really simple, but the right thing always wins out. Too many people try to make quick shortcuts, and I think just working hard, finding what you're really interested in. I think that's a big one too. Keep learning constantly. I mean, you guys probably know this. Those who have been following the channel for a little bit. I mean, 2.5 years ago, I didn't know how to edit any video. Didn't know how to do any of this YouTube stuff or Facebook stuff. So had to kind of go learn all that. So, watched other people that do it. And I have a passion to try to help talk to people and share my passion for dentistry and share my excitement for it. So that's really what drives you to put in the hard work, right? So I think if you're being true to what your goals are and what you really want to do for people, you're gonna do really well with that. So and it just takes time, right? There's constant doing the right thing over time always works out pretty well. Let's see. I don't want to skip anybody, so let me see here. You guys are coming in quick. As an incoming, let me see here. As an incoming dental student, I am worried about the saturation of dentists and corporate dentist takeover. Will it still be possible to make a decent living once I graduate? I think in any industry, not just dentistry, but any industry, there's always, even saturated ones, there's always an ability to make a great living. And what I mean by that is that if you're doing it really well and you're doing it with the latest technology and kind of the newest way and doing it very personable, then you're going to connect with your customer and your patient in a different way than some others are. And so I think there's plenty of opportunity. I'm more of a, let's grow the pie, not try to cut the pie even smaller. Our team's heard me talk about that. I mean, there's plenty of room for people that are doing it really well. By the way, half of people don't even go to the dentist. So, I mean, a lot of our new patients aren't taking patients from other people in our community. A lot of our new patients are people that haven't given dentistry a thought in a long time, and we were able to reach them through social media, through stuff like this, educating people, whatever it is, giving, barbecuing in our community, whatever it might be to help make a relational connection with people. Because that's really where it starts, right? Is, people will trust you if they know that you care about them. So I think that's really an important thing. So you guys are asking me good questions. I like talking about stuff like this. So, hopefully you guys like it. Let me go ahead and remove that one. We'll go to the next one. Let's see. There's a good one. What's the new technology on pain in dentistry? And so maybe you're asking if there's any way we can reduce pain. And I think with quality anesthesia and patience, that's another big one. When you give anesthetic fast, it does hurt quite a bit. But if you give anesthetic really slow, and there's a couple other techniques like making sure you let the topical saturate the tissue enough. Don't go and just unload all the anesthetic at once. Give carbocaine first, typically, is what we do here. And so that helps make the pinch much less. Most of our patients really will tell you that our anesthesia technique is pretty painless. And then obviously, if you're using stuff that'll last long enough, the procedure should be painless, honestly. I mean, we do implants, we do full arch hybrid, which is, you know, removing all the teeth, placing 5 implants in the lower, 6 implants in the upper, and people come back the next day and they're doing really well. And you'd be kind of shocked that you did all of that work for them and they weren't completely sedated. And so I think we're there in the sense that we have the tools that are, you know, that are available to make dentistry much more comfortable. It's just, you know, technique, taking your time, not being in a hurry, not, you know, thinking about the next patient, thinking about the one you're with. That's what really helps keep the pain down for people. All right. All right, we got somebody from University of Florida School of Dentistry. That's Jacob. Let's see here. I'm gonna get better at this, guys. First time. I'm learning where to click, and the software is pretty cool. It allows us to get all your questions too. So I've got them. It looks like people from Facebook and YouTube. So thanks for both. Thanks for, you know, watching and chiming in and giving me your questions. And by the way, I'm gonna see if I can hide that. If you don't mind, take a second and like it, thumbs it up, share it. And I did not do that right. All right. Did I do it right, Michael? Can you see it right? I don't know. All right, so Jacob from Florida, you said keeping up with your team and your new office. Looks like it's coming along nicely. Exciting times. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate it. Will I be doing, there you go. Will you be doing another Summer Smile giveaway? You know, there's a good chance that that'll happen at some point. I don't want to make any promises. We got a lot on our plate this year, as you can imagine. Those who've been following our channel, we're building a new office, and so that's consuming a lot of our extra time. What's up, Michael? Just something? I know, I can't get them off. Click where? I did. They're both off with the check mark through it. So, sorry, Michael's here helping me out. So we're going to try to see why I've got 2 things showing up there on the screen. See, I've got them both eyeballed out. All right. Click that. Yeah. There you go. All right. What would be your best tips for a DS2 about to go to the clinic? Thanks, Dr. O. All right, let me post that one here. Man, yeah, second year is tough. I do remember that. It's been probably 10 years now, but 10 or 11 years maybe. But yeah, second year's tough, getting ready to go to the clinic. I would just say, take your time. You're in no hurry. Doing it right the first time, or doing it the best you can the first time especially, is the most important thing. So I think don't worry about the time. If it takes you longer to do stuff, just do it right, and you'll gain the skill over time. I think that's probably some of the best advice you'd get going and working on actual people, is to just not get in a hurry. So. All right. Thanks for all the questions, guys. I'm going to try to keep up with them here. It's easy to work. Is everybody having a good day, hopefully? I hope so. Give it, like, thumbs up, share. Please do that. I think, okay, I'll take a moment. I think this is a good question. This is actually one thing I did have that I wanted to talk about a little bit about, the effects of the quarantine and everything that's going on right now in our society, on dentistry and on lots of businesses, and what I think it has for the future for businesses and dental offices. I think it's safe to say that the most important thing you can possibly have in any industry, and maybe there's an industry I'm not aware of, but I still think it's probably true in even industries that have lots of technology that maybe replaces people, but the most important asset is the people that help distribute or give the care or services or create the goods and services that you give to your community, and the people that your mission's driven for. And right now, people are having to make really hard decisions, and especially dentists. And I've even seen some strategies that matter of fact, I'll put that up on the screen for you. Some strategies that I think I would advise against, or maybe even encourage people to rethink how you treat your team during this time. Some people don't have a choice, but thank God we have some solutions like the PPP, which if you're a dentist or an owner, you know about that, or you're owner of a small business. And obviously, if you have a banker that you have a good relationship, you can always get some funding. But there's some strategies that I've seen promoted, and I'll just put this up here, to dentists that give you an idea of how to lay people off, who are people that trust you. This last Monday, I showed our team. I think there's a strong connection between any business and the owner and their team, and that trust that's created. And that's how you're able to deliver an amazing experience to your customer or your patient. And you say that when things are going great, and you kind of keep that relationship positive, and you keep people employed, you don't let them go, and they feel safe. That's awesome. But what happens during a crisis like this, where now you have to make a really tough decision? You have to go get a loan. You have to go get funding to try to help make sure that you pay the people that matter most to your vision and your mission, and what you say when times are good. And so my message is dental offices that put their team first and find unique, creative ways to help them out. Oh, thanks. Am I bad? What's wrong? Oh, they can't see me? Well, I thought they couldn't see the. Oh, gotcha. Okay, Michael was explaining what's going on there. So, train of thought there. Sorry. I think I would just say, there's opportunity during any crisis. I think one of the best opportunities that dentists, dental offices have right now is to be true to what they say is the most important, and what should be the most important, and that's the team. Keep them employed, take care of them, encourage them. There's a lot of fear right now that's really kind of consuming people. I say fight fear with faith. Also, just be a light in this world. And we talked about, we're doing a Love to Local challenge, where every day we're spending money to bless another local business by buying something from another local business. So whether that's food or treats or lunch, and this way we're trying to just spread some encouragement to other people. So I feel very confident that behavior, while it's the right thing to do, feels good, and is going to be beneficial for Innovative Dental, because we're being true to who we are in a time of crisis, if that makes sense. So during this quarantine time, I think dentistry, there's always opportunity. Every business. I don't think it's just dentistry either. So, but that's my encouragement to dental owners and dentists. If you're watching, I mean, I know it's definitely tough. Everybody's taking a hit. But the opportunity is to be a light, be different in a time of challenge, right? Be a leader. Okay, there's my message. I'm done with that one. Awesome, Amanda. You said, here we go. Thanks so much for your message there. You said you have an amazing office. Our office admires you. I appreciate you guys watching. It's the encouragement that actually keeps me doing this. Believe it or not, if you didn't like, comment, say some nice things, it would be pretty hard to put in the many hours that it takes to think through and do these things. And I obviously am very appreciative to Michael. He's sitting over there. He's not on camera, but he helped make this work out. So, but thank you, Amanda. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm sorry I can't get to all of them. You guys got a lot of questions. This is awesome. I'm glad so many people are enjoying it. So remember to share it, like it. That'll help this. And you guys thinking, give a thumbs up if you think this is something you want me to do. I mean, the encouragement of your thumbs up, sharing, liking it, that'll help me know that this is worth the time, and I'll do this more often. So. Do I recommend specialists, specialties? Yeah, I mean, there's great specialties out there. So I don't know. You're maybe asking me which one. Gosh, there's so much opportunity there. I think I think ortho's got a really good opportunity. Implants are really special. I don't think you need to specialize for either one, but those are really good ones if you're looking at a specialty. I mean, and you're thinking, I think basically the way I would look at specialties is if you don't love doing a lot of different things and you want to just focus on one, I think that's a good opportunity for you. There's a lot of people that don't love doing all the different types of dentistry. I absolutely do. And so I utilize technology, I study hard, I learn, and I think I'm able to provide an amazing service to our patients because of that. And I'm not a specialist, but yeah, if you've got a passion for one thing and you really don't enjoy it all, then I think specialties are good. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Oh, Ashley Miller, thanks for the shout out. You're awesome. Thanks. It's a good question. What do I think about composite veneers and which technique are you using to freehand? Okay. Hey, from Israel. Awesome. Thanks for the question. I'm going to butcher your name, but it looks like Osama. So yes, I'm not a huge fan of composite veneers, mostly because for me to, just being honest with my own skill set, for me to do them well, it takes so long that I have to charge a certain fee that it gets close to why am I not doing a nice, beautiful, long-term, not going to stain, not going to chip porcelain veneer? And I'm sure there's some dentists out there that would be like, I can do composite veneers like that, and that's awesome. Find them if you want to save some money. I just can't do composite veneers that get even close to the quality of the work that I can do with porcelain, and they just don't last as long. I've done a video that shows how they stain, and so porcelain just holds up much nicer over time, looks more aesthetic. Now there's some, like I said, there's some amazing dentists that do some incredible composites, layer them and just can make them look so real. My thing is long term, how do they hold up compared to a true high strength porcelain like Emax? Not so certain I love that for our office, right? Hopefully that makes sense. All right. There you go. Negative aspects of dentists. None. It's awesome. No, I think just like any industry, if you got into dentistry for thinking you're going to make a bunch of money, you're going to be really sadly disappointed because it's a lot of work, just like anything, to be good at anything. So I definitely think that might be the biggest negative. Is that there's people that think I'm just going to go make a good income, and they find that you got to be in, you got to wear a lot of different hats, and you may not enjoy all those hats, and so that can make you pretty disappointed. I think that's why, if you guys have heard the rumor that dentistry has a high suicide rate, that may be why. There's a lot of people that get into it and go, dang it, I'm making good money, but I'm miserable. That is not worth it, ever. So don't put money over your happiness, ever. You guys got a bunch of questions. Sorry, I'm a slow reader. I'm trying to catch up with you. Okay, so here's a good question. Continued. I have 14. I guess there's maybe another post, but I'll just read this one. I have 14 teeth currently. I super glue my front crowns in. I need full mouth extractions and immediate dentures. I'm at my wits end. I have a smile at my kids in 10 years. That is, I feel for you. That is not an uncommon story that we get in our office on a regular basis. So I can understand how it might feel to have all of that joy that you want to share and just you can't. And so, especially when you're talking about with your family and friends and so your kids. There's a procedure that I'll share with you briefly. I had a video a couple months ago, maybe now, but it's talking about implant supported prosthetics, and it's a real game changer for giving people back not just a beautiful smile, because I think dentures can actually look really good if they're done really well. So aesthetics are not really the issue with a denture. It's really the function. And I'm talking with patients, they're saying to me, the reason they don't want a denture is they don't want to feel that they can't smile fully freely because of the fact that they've got something that feels like it's not part of them. And so that lack of confidence, not allowing to share the joy in life with that. So implant supported prosthetics, especially this one here, and I've got it. I think you guys may have seen a video I did it about this. It's called Hybridge. It's phenomenal. It allows us to basically put 6 implants in the upper arch, 5 in the lower, and screw into that. So it's a game changer. And we can do it in months. It doesn't take years to complete. It is expensive. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into that, but we have financing options. It works really well to transform lives. So we have a lot of patients we've been able to help with that. And that is something that I would encourage anybody that is facing prosthetics or a denture to look into. So cool. All right. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to keep up with the questions. 3 years. Everybody enjoying their Friday? Did you have a good week? What's the latest Netflix show you've been trying to watch? I mean, has everybody run out of Netflix shows by now? All right, there we go. I know you have your own office mill and scanners. Does that mean you do all the lab work in office and never send anything out? We don't. We do most of the work in office. A lot of our traveling patients, just took care of a gentleman today. Had a lot of infection. So if you're wondering why were we treating him today, there's a lot of dental decay and infection. So we're trying to keep him out of having some serious issues. But the technology of being able to restore in a single visit is phenomenal. So we're able to give people strong teeth that look great and have total control over the aesthetics. We can obviously see the face, the midline, the cant, the eyes, all those things that really are really helpful for even a lab. A matter of fact, if you're going to use a lab, you need to be taking a ton of photos, making a ton of records that they're going to talk to your lab about how you want them to communicate with them. And so that's going to help you deliver a better result. But yeah, doing it in office is super helpful. Now we do send out for, in the rare instance, we use a long bridge. It's pretty rare, but sometimes I've had to do that. I had to do an implant-supported bridge for a gentleman and use pink porcelain. Well, I don't want to layer on pink porcelain. So there's a few examples, I guess, that I don't. And then obviously this high bridge prosthetic, full arch stuff like this, you need a really quality lab that knows how to do all that. So yeah, we still use dental labs. We obviously use dental labs for, Invisalign's a great dental lab. We use them for all of our clear aligner therapy. So good question. Now I just got to find out where I can, there it is. All right. All right. I like this one, Michael. Do you worry about developing neck or shoulder pain as a dentist? I think I'm 30. Well, I should ask you how old do you think I am? That'd be a fun question. How old do you think I am? But I'm almost 37, so spoiler. There you go. So I turned 37 in a couple months. But I would say for me, a real big key to feeling good is I stay very active. I try to take care of my physical fitness, and I work out a lot. That seems to keep me from having a lot of issues with my neck and my back. That's not a full thing. I know a lot of people use chiropractic. I know a couple. I think Dr. Megan and Dr. Jordan both do. So there's a I think yeah, you're going to have to watch your posture. I think it's important. There's a lot of things to help you do that. And keep in mind, neck and back problems are developed over time. So it's your habits over time. So staying fit and healthy is a habit over time. That's going to really help you out. And then good posture. So yeah, I mean, I'm concerned about it, but I like I said, I'm 37. I have next to no neck or back problems. So I think that's hopefully it keeps that way. Hopefully it stays that way. So, all right, good question. Thanks, Dr. Megan. She said, hi, I missed you today. Doing great, like always. Well, thanks a lot, Megan. I've known Dr. Megan since, let's see, high school. So we were, maybe it was it middle school, Dr. Megan? I don't know. I know we went to high school together. We didn't go to middle school together, but I think you went to Carver. Yeah, I went to Cherokee, but okay. What Galileo software do I use? I'm not familiar if there's multiple Galileo software. So if there is, you need to educate me, Amanda. Um, maybe you're asking what version, but I don't know for certain. I'm sorry. I know they keep talking about a new one, but I've yet to see it. There we go. I am 62 and need help with a doctor that'll help me feel better about myself. That is, that's a really common question. I think most people that find themselves on our channel, if they're not obviously dental students or dentists, um, they are maybe trying to find some hope. And I did create a video that talks about 5 tips. This is maybe a year and a half ago. Talks about the 5 tips to finding an amazing cosmetic dentist. And I was really thinking at that time of how do I help people find somebody that's going to take good care of their smile and make it look good, not just get rid of decay and do some crowns and get you infection free, but maybe how to make the smile look great. So if you've got some issues with your confidence that way. And I think it's really important that you look at the reviews, look at photos. You can watch that video, but look reviews first. Photos, if they don't have a bunch of photos by them on their website, I'd be a little concerned about what you're going to get, because I think I've learned, and I learn every time I take photos of things that I can always tweak and improve on. And I want to share the before and afters with people so they know what kind of work they're going to be getting from me. And so if you look back even, 9 years ago, I mean, I was proud of the work then, but it was 9 years ago. So hopefully I've gotten better over 9 years of doing these every week. And so, that's the thing. I keep showing more and more work, and it's getting better, hopefully. And I like to share that so people feel confident that what they're going to get. And then obviously find somebody that you get that gut feeling from. And there's 5 things in there, but the last one is really follow your gut. If you don't feel like this person is going to take care of you, walk out. I can't tell you how many times I've told a patient or heard from a patient that they just didn't have a good piece about that office or whatever, the vibe, or people aren't happy. And when you walk into our office, I can tell you right now, you're going to find happy people up front, excited to help you and make a difference in your life. And that speaks volumes for the type of care you're going to get. So make sure you do that. If you don't feel really confident about the person, and I wouldn't even just say just the dentist, you should expect the dentist to be happy and excited to help you. But is everybody else feeling that way? And if they're not, you might want to find somebody else. So I think that's maybe some really good advice to help you out. And like I said, start with some reviews before you even go there. And look for ones that have lots of written reviews. And it doesn't have to be 5.0, by the way. 5.0 is great, but look for what people say, the comments. Thank you for that question. I like that. Southern California. Happy to see you too, Yuri. Lots of great questions. You guys are awesome. I'm trying to keep up with them all. Kathy, I can see you. Okay, awesome. Gary Strange, I like you, man. You're awesome. We love you, brother. You are our Invisalign dude, taking good care of us. He's our Invisalign rep and a dude. Our office is beautiful. Thanks so much. And I'll tell you that, just 2 seconds on this. We want to create a beautiful place, but we never want it to be a house of cards, right? So the people have to be just as beautiful, if not more beautiful, than the facility you build. And that's what I've told our team. I said, we're really building a place. We have a wonderful office here, but the place we're building, it's really trying to put a physical existence of a facility that shares what the people are, who the people are, what they think about dentistry. And that's what that's all about. But yeah, thank you for the compliment. We put a lot of thought into trying to make this place unique and exciting, and doesn't feel like a dental office. So thank you, Paige. I appreciate the encouragement there. I think shockingly, I've had more joy and more Thanksgiving during this time of crisis, because as I've stepped out in faith to encourage and try to be a light, I just feel like the things maybe you took for granted a little bit, you just don't anymore. So it's been a real encouragement during this time. I know we're going to be looking back on this and seeing all that God's done to make a difference in our lives, and I'm excited about it. It's going to be awesome. Good question. There was a guy that's asked, have I done any guided endodontic access? And you know, that is cool. I've seen that technology. I have not. I do guided implants. So it's a similar process from what I've seen. I just have not done that yet. Ooh, out of focus. There we go. All right. All right, lots of comments. I'm going to try to get to them all here. Sorry if I've skipped over yours. I'm really trying to hit them all. Why do you think so many people don't trust dentists? Probably I probably go back to the statement I made earlier about I think most people do trust dentists. Maybe there's a few that, I mean, obviously if you've been burnt once, it's 100% of the time, right? It feels terrible to be burnt or have somebody not treat or take care of you. But I think there's a lot of good dentists, and I think if you take what I say about loving to people help, to help people travel here, you might think that I'm saying we're the only great office. There's lots of great offices, even in our community, really good people, good dentists that do great work. But I will tell you that dentistry, trying to do dentistry and then have a good team, training, investing in technology, marketing, putting all together is pretty daunting and not enjoyable for many. And so I think that creates this disconnect, right? You walk into a place and it just doesn't have a look or feel. The people don't seem to be connected. They're not, the management's, and if you have a pretty strong office manager that is kind of like, I don't know, some of the assistants maybe that are on this might go, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But the office manager, the micromanaging, right, constantly, I think that that creates an environment that's pretty tough to deliver just what is part of your passion for why you are working in dentistry. So that leads obviously to people that don't really connect with the patient, don't really connect with the customer, and then ultimately you've got a patient that goes, why am I just feeling like I can't trust anybody here? I think one of the best things about our practice, and I can speak obviously mostly from our experience here, is that you're going to get we've been told this by so many patients, the continuity of understanding of treatment, the attitude of everybody on our team, including our docs and our assistants and people that answer the phone. You put that all together and you get a very genuine, authentic, we care about you feeling. And so that trust is built with all of that. And hopefully it happens in the first visit, and it should for you. So I think you're right on to be skeptical. If you go to an office and you're not super thrilled, like I said earlier in that other question, go find somebody you get the vibe from and you can feel like you're going to trust them. How's the lockdown going? We're doing our best to take care of patients in our community that are in pain and have dental decay that's causing health issues. And obviously that's drastically affected, I think, everybody's schedule, every dentist. Our team is doing the best we can. We have a really clean office right now. So we always have a clean office. I should say we have a really organized office right now. So we've spent extra time organizing. I think if you're at home, you probably all your drawers are super organized by now, maybe, but that's been our story here, is all the drawers and things that just weren't quite super organized in the back office or cabinets, they're looking good. So nice job, Innovative Dental. Do I use Facebook to establish correct CR? I sure do. When we do full arch implant supported prosthetics, we use Facebook all the time for that. In the mouth, when I'm doing full mouth with same day, I think I've showed a few people that, and maybe I've even kind of adapted the protocol a little bit, but for what I do now. But we use some pretty cool techniques to make sure that we do it all in software, and allows us, like I said, we can do full mouth in a day. So 28 teeth, one day. That would be full mouth, obviously, without wisdom teeth. All right. All right, Kayla asking, do we hire without dental tech certification? We, we can always train and help people become skilled in dentistry. It's really hard to train certain things like the attitude and willingness to learn, the passion for dentistry, and what it does for people, buying into our mission. We call it drinking the Kool-Aid around here. So if you drink the Kool-Aid and really love what we're doing, I always kind of tease, and I'm going to give it away. So hopefully I'm going to get a bunch of resumes here that have cover letters, but I would rather judge somebody by their cover letter and why they want to be a part of our team than a list of things that they've accomplished in life. I think going forward, I'm more excited of why they want to be joining our practice. So maybe there's some other dentists or other people in the dental field that can chime in with that. Maybe you even work with a team member and you're like, yeah, they had all these check boxes of skills, but they didn't really, we were just another job, right? I don't want to be somebody else's innovative dental. We don't want this just to be one of your next jobs. We want it to be something that kind of gets you out of bed in the morning and makes you excited. Good question though. You guys are giving me really good stuff. Thank you so much. I'm going to spend, since it's gone on for 45 minutes, I'm going to go for another maybe 15 and try to get through as many as I can. Yeah, somebody asking relocate to Ozark, which by the way, I live in Ozark. So yeah, awesome. We'd love to have you there. I don't know if you're in Springfield or where you might be, but if someone wanted to go to school to be a dental hygienist, what school or where would you recommend someone go? Gosh, I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to have to defer that to maybe one of our hygienists will chime in that's watching and answer that one for you, Christina. I don't think I'm probably the right person to answer that. I bet one of our awesome hygienists can. Yeah, these are great questions, right? How do you balance making sure you're having a successful dental life while also making sure you are spending time with your family? Well, one of the things that really helps out, my wife helps out at the office, so I get to see her more often here. My kids love coming to the office. They love going out to the dental property, the property that we're building our office on. They're super excited about. We share what we're doing and why we do it. And so we've made them part of our vision for dentistry, our family. And so that's kind of fun. And then obviously when you go home, you got to turn it off and, to some degree and be able to connect. My wife and kids are pretty gracious. They have given me a lot of opportunity to learn and invest hours outside of being a dentist to learn how to edit videos. So it's not just learning how to do it. It's in obviously spending the hours that goes into doing that. It takes, anywhere from 5 to 10 hours, depending on the video, for me to edit and post it. And obviously I want it to be my voice, so I want to be a part of really editing it. And so, yeah, I know you could turn that over to somebody else, but it's kind of nice to be able to make sure it says what you want it to say. Although this live is kind of fun. You're just hearing me off the cuff, so it is what it is. All right. Yeah, there you go. There's one. Thank you, Rachel. She chimed in. There you go. The Joplin has a good one, and then Ozark's Technical OTC. So thanks, Rach. Will prices drop as technology increases? I think probably. So we have a ton of technology, right? So you take our office, and we've probably maxed out. I mean, I try to make sure that we're the latest and greatest and have the best stuff and keep on top of that. But always, that's going to be the most costly thing for any dental practice is going to be obviously hiring and keeping engaging good people. I mentioned that earlier. So because dentists hopefully are paying people really well to do a great job for their patients, that's ultimately what leads to the fees really being where they're at. So yeah, there might be some that are just outrageous and way over the average, but you find that people, my idea on fees is we got to be able to have a fee that takes care of our patient, allows us to invest in their future in dentistry so we have the right technology, takes care of our team, and allows us to warranty the quality work that hopefully we did the first time, but God forbid something didn't work out, we want to stand behind it. So all of that it sets up a fee that's not the cheapest. Hopefully it's not the most expensive, and here it's not, but it's going to be somewhere in the middle or maybe a little above the middle, but you're going to get what you pay for most of the time. So I don't see going, and honestly, I think that is a good question. It's thought out. I'm not trying to make you feel silly, but I would not go for somebody who's going to put something in your body, your mouth, work on your face. I wouldn't try to find the person that's the least expensive. And I don't think that's what you're asking, but we do get that question. Hey, what's your fee? And if you're trying to just compare a fee, that there's definitely part of it. We don't want to be the most expensive, and you could get a much better deal and better work someplace else. That's not what we want either. But make sure that quality is a big component of your consideration, and then make sure that they're going to stick behind it and have a good reputation for it. So after all, it's your body. Take care of it. Sorry guys, I lost the audio there for a second. It's not going to be as good. Should teach you. You guys had so many questions. I ran out of battery power on our mic. So hopefully we're back, Mike. Okay. All right. Glad I'd have gotten you most off of the live feed, but let's get back to it here. Okay. I think I did. Okay. We'll probably use Expasil. So I've used others. Expasil kind of has a consistency, allows us to get the gums out of the way and give a much nicer impression. So we've had good success with using that, and it obviously stops the hemorrhage really quick. Hey, thanks for sharing. Somebody shared the video 5 tips to find a great dentist. Hey, I don't know where you're at, but if you got a toothache, call your dentist. Go in and get that fixed up. You don't want it to abscess and cause an infection and fever and all that mess. So definitely, and I don't think there's any dentists. Well, I think Iowa might be the only state. I don't know. I probably shouldn't say it, but I think I heard that maybe they shut all procedures down in dentistry. But I think most states, they're still allowed to see emergencies at a bare minimum. So I would say if you've got a toothache, that's an emergency. Don't let that go on. That could be not so much fun. Yeah. Hey, Dr. O, big fan. Did you have any extra schooling for cosmetic dentistry? Yes. I went and got some training at some places out in Arizona. But I would say this about any training. Obviously you're going to get some experience in course, and whether it's a lecture or some hands-on, but eventually you got to just do it, right? So I think this is my thanks to my grandmother-in-law. Thank you so much, Bobby, for being my first patient 9 years ago, where I did 6 teeth and it took me 8 hours. So God bless you. Today now, we can do 6 teeth in 2 hours or something like that. We do a full mouth in 5 or 6 total hours of being in our office. Now that's not you sitting in the chair with your mouth open, just so people are like, oh my gosh, having your mouth open for 6 hours. No, but the whole treatment is done in 6 hours. So hopefully the audio is okay. We had better audio just a minute ago, but didn't charge. Now me myself did not charge it up enough. So hello from Miami. Going to dental school in Cuba. Awesome. Best of luck to you, George. Can you add back bicuspid teeth? Megan's going to love this question, Dr. Megan. So can you add back bicuspid teeth after having orthodontists remove them for braces? And the simple answer to that is you can't actually have the teeth put back in. You could have implants put in. And this is, hopefully it's starting to fade in orthodontics. Maybe there's some old school orthodontists that still are commonly extracting bicuspids. To my knowledge and what I've learned is that it's a lot better to expand the arch, spend more time, and you can even do that in adults. Contrary to a lot of opinion out there, you can expand adult arches to get enough room for bicuspids to be in the smile. So I see much nicer aesthetics from that, and it prevents a lot of, and I won't get into all the technical issues, but it causes the face to sneak, the smile to kind of sneak in and slip in, and it doesn't look nice and full and broad. And so I really like
keeping bicuspids. But yes, if you've had them removed, there's some techniques to help address that and hopefully be able to address it for you, especially if there's still some spacing. Ontario, Canada. Chris, awesome. Thanks for watching all the way from Ontario. Hopefully you guys are doing well up there and staying safe. Michael, thanks a lot. Do you develop connections with your patients, and do they feel grateful for your work? Number one reason I love being a dentist, honestly. I mean, and I say number one, that's right up there with leading an amazing team and being a part of helping them achieve something that they love doing. So I really find a lot of joy in that, being, you know, a dentist here and working with our amazing team that we have. But yes, definitely when somebody's got their smile transformed and they leave, and really not even when they leave, it's when they come back that you can just see their, like when they came in to get their smile done, and then when they come in the next time and they're wearing this brand new you, it's amazing. So yeah, it's inspiring for all of our team, and I think, you know, before patients leave, everybody's kind of crowding around the patient going, hey, what can I see? So sorry if you come here, you're going to be got everybody. You'll have to tell us in advance. Hey, I don't want anybody looking, because we kind of go nuts over smiles around here. So yes, absolutely an enjoyable thing for our team to be a part of your smile. You know, this is a good one that I'm going to put together a video for, the good topic. So how do you describe the process of coming out of dental school and becoming a routine dentist? What do you do? And I'm going to talk about some of the options you have. If you like, by the way, if you think that would be a good question to ask, I'm gonna use some you guys liking this, thumbing it up, help sharing it, and that way I'll know that you want me to talk about this. But I think I know I did when I was graduating. How do I answer this question? What am I going to do when I graduate? I think that would be helpful. And by the way, we are working at creating another channel called Rheostat, and it's going to be about how to help, because it looks like, and I love the fact, and I kind of suspected this, that a lot of the live people are either in the dental profession, dental assistants, dentists, and so hygienists, and so I think that it would be awesome to have a channel kind of dedicated for you guys. So if you guys like that, let me know. But that's where I can create some content that's maybe a little more dental specific towards the industry and what my thoughts and views are on it. But I think coming out of dental school, you have some options that really are critical to think through. And, you know, there's obviously the corporate dentistry route. There's going out into private practice on your own. There's joining a partner. I think this is a really big one for me to bite off in this question. So I'm going to kind of dodge it for now, but I'm glad you asked it. And I think some other people are too. So hopefully I can get to that in a future video. So, man, you guys are just rocking. I'll give you a little more time. I'm going to keep trying to get it caught up with these. Why do you always work stand up? So I don't actually always work standing up. You might see me doing that when I bond restorations. It's because I can quickly change my position to see all the different aspects of the restoration, whereas if I'm sitting down, I'm limited. So that's why I choose to stand up, just for that. When I'm prepping, I typically sit down, especially if it's going to be a lot of prepping, because I just get tired. I'll sit down for that. I got to say thank you for that. I appreciate you. That's a good, kind comment of you to share that. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's actually a lot of people probably sharing that. And I will tell you, in maybe some of the dentist's defense, that maybe you're going, well, gosh, you've had a bad experience or you had something that didn't last very long. Sometimes they're treating a tooth and not the whole mouth. And that's really important, that we don't just be dentists that just treat a tooth, because that's just the symptom of the problem typically. And so it's important to look at the whole picture and try to find solutions that get people healthy. That way the work that we do lasts. And I think a lot of times when teeth don't last, crowns don't last, teeth break, the case comes right back. It can be largely associated to imbalance, missing teeth, maybe some decay issues that need to be really handled well, rather than just being if you're finding yourself only going in when your tooth hurts, that's not good. Find somebody that you can trust to help you prevent your tooth from hurting, because when it's hurting, and by the way, there's a lot of damage that happens before teeth hurt, so you really want to avoid those things. Great question. Have you increased your safety measures during COVID-19? And I would tell you, I mean, we've done some. We've always want to be safe because viruses are always an issue as far as the common flu. It's it's always there, in other diseases. So we want to always be really careful and autoclave. We have 3 autoclaves in our office. We use those and test them. We're pretty rigid about that all the time. Some things we've added, obviously, because of just concern about the spread of this virus, is that we take the temperatures of our patients. We have a little gun that we can shoot you in the forehead and get your temp. And then we obviously ask you, and we're limiting, obviously, any of the fully elective cosmetic type treatment. But yeah, we're doing our best to be part of the solution and still take care of our patients and our team. All right, let's see here. Maybe find a few more good questions. I'm shocked you guys are all still on here. You're doing great. I don't even know how many. Probably 10, right? We had 10 viewers? 50. All right, there you go. Thank you from St. Croix. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I think this is a good one. How long do you think it takes to feel comfortable doing implants out of school? We don't get to place them in the school, but I'd love to learn. Yeah, so no matter what you do, first implant you do, you're going to be really scared. So at some point, there's a first time for everybody. So study up, make sure you know what you're doing. I obviously have an angle of belief that I really feel like guided implants are the best, and I think you've seen that in maybe some of the videos that we have on our channel. But even after doing maybe over 1,000 implants now, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,200, I wouldn't say I'm nervous, but I'm more aware of obviously putting something into somebody's head than I am a filling. So we always want to take good care, but I think you're never going to get over the fact that you're definitely doing a surgical procedure. You just you'll definitely get more comfortable with it, but you're going to be a little more aware of it. That's the best way I can say it. Yeah. All right, I think I've almost caught up with you guys. Okay, as a patient, can I get a root canal without having to get a crown after the procedure? And you can, and it really depends on the tooth if that's going to work out well for you. A lot of times the reason you need the root canal is because of dental decay, and so if you've got not much tooth left, then you might need a crown. And if there's a no decay, meaning it happened from getting hit or popped in the mouth, maybe an accident, then there's a good chance that maybe just a root canal would fix the problem. Although then you got to worry about the tooth darkening or graying. I didn't get into any of the stuff I had to talk about, which is fine. I think this is great that you guys had this. So looks like everybody's telling me no sound. I finally cut up with you there. All right, I said 2 more, but you guys keep them coming. I think Scott Day, you maybe missed our discussion earlier, but we talked a little bit about how to find a great dentist and find kind of the 5 things to look for that. But trust your gut, do your research. Don't just walk in anywhere. Make sure you go to Google and check the reviews and read them. Don't get too hung up on just the clicks. You want to read what they have to say. I think they'll give you insight into what the people are like there. Do we have travel packages? Well, we don't have packages per se, but we help our patients with where they're going to stay, flights, where you're going to eat. We work through all of that with you, so we want to make it a great experience. So it's kind of all, it's almost like a little mini vacation where you leave with a wonderful smile. So we want to help you with that. Springfield's an awesome community, and Springfield, Missouri. I know a lot of people are like, which Springfield? Springfield, Missouri. There's like 50 Springfields in the U.S., so almost every state has one, I think. All right. You know what, guys? I'm going to kind of wrap it up and just give you my last few thoughts here. So I know that this is kind of a challenging time for a lot of people, and I appreciate you guys even in this. Maybe the reason there were so many people is because you're all at home, like not even able to work. But I just want to encourage you. Things will get back to normal eventually, and the opportunity we have during this time is to really cherish the ones we love, cherish our community, reach out to people that need encouragement. Don't be part of the fear, be part of the faith that we have in people, and that we'll get through this and make a big difference. And, I appreciate everybody kind of thumbing up and liking it and subscribing to the channel. It does help me to know that it's working and that it's making a difference. And I think what we've started, 3 years ago, and I say we because I've had so much support from the community, and we're at 73,000 subscribers on YouTube and 25,000 on Facebook, and between those two, that's close to 100,000. Good at math there, but I'm hoping we're reaching and helping people understand dentistry better, make better decisions when it comes to their oral health, and obviously it looks like here find and navigate the dental field with a little bit more clarity. And so if I can do any of those things and help encourage people along the way, that excites me. I want to be a part of that. So thank you for allowing me to do that and helping me do that. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off and wish you guys a wonderful weekend. If you really like this, leave a comment there that, hey, I want you to do this again. That'll let me know. Say, hey, please do this again. And we'll maybe try to do it once a month if there's a good amount of feedback from this. So until then, you know what? You guys keep smiling. It looks good on you.